People, welcome back to the Fussy Click. And on this episode today, we are here reflecting on the just concluded Man City game against Brighton. And my guest today,
Is though.
how are you doing, Isdo?
Yeah, I'm doing all right. It was such an interesting match between Brighton and Manchester City
Yeah,
at Amex Stadium.
that's good. That's good. I'm really impressed. As you can see, I'm a Man United fan. My neighbors they got a loss,
Yeah,
and which is good for me. I
yeah,
would say it's actually interesting for me.
yeah.
On the other hand, what mistake do you think Man City made, and in which they didn't come out victorious in this game against Brighton today?
Anyway, Man City have never remained the same Man City we used to know. In my opinion,
Yeah,
Guardiola have not really got the right selection for the team. When you talk about the squad depth of Man City have that squad depth, but Guardiola have not really hit the ground running with this present Man City squad. The likes of Doku being on the bench, the
yeah,
likes of Cheki being on the bench. Anyway, kudos to Erling Haaland, who got his 88th Premier League goal.
yeah.
So in 100 appearance for Manchester City.
Okay.
So he broke that record to be the fastest player to score 88. I think Alan Shearer had the record, but Erling Haaland broke the record, scoring 88 goals in 100 Premier League appearance. It's a good one for the lad, and if Man City can build on that, probably let's see what's going to happen.
Yeah, with the lineup for Man City today, what mistake would you say Galliola made? For me, I believe starting Rodri. Rodri is just an overrated player, as we all know.
No,
He's
no.
just an overrated player. But
And
starting Aland with the a combination of Mamouche
Mamouche, yeah,
on the left hand side, I think is
yeah,
a great start. But I don't think Rodri is holding the midfield enough because before the substitution of Baleba, I
yeah.
believe Baleba was a little bit
Sloppy.
dominating. Yeah, it was dominating at first,
Yeah,
but
was
before,
he?
yeah, it was dominating.
Well,
But before they took him off, he was a little bit sluggish in some kind of ways. What do you think Guardiola would have done better with the lineup today?
in my opinion, Guardiola should have had Doku on the left hand side. One thing people don't understand about Doku, the impact Doku does in teams, I think people don't really appreciate that so well. Doku is a player that can he's definitely going to dominate that left hand side. He's going to take
Yeah,
away one or two players. That is going to create chances for Haaland to score. That will create chances for Elias of Bernardo Silva to run their show
yeah,
in the midfield. And talking about Rodri, Rodri is an exceptional player. Yes, he's just coming back from injury. He's a bit sloppy,
yeah.
but first half, Man City were dominant. The likes of Beleba was a bit sloppy in that midfield. I think Brighton gained momentum into this game. In the second half of the game, when the changes, bringing Jorginho Ruta, the likes of Garuda, who got that goal,
Who
that
got the
winning
second?
goal,
Yeah, the
that
second goal.
88 minutes goal he
Yeah.
got. I think those guys are the ones that changed the game.
Okay. Would you say you prefer Doku to Mamouche?
They are two different players.
Yeah,
Doku,
because Mamouche was doing great on the left hand side. It's
yeah,
just balls are not getting to him enough
yeah,
until Doku came in,
you,
and we all see like when Doku came in, the
yeah.
impact was not really felt at the left hand side.
No, it was because what the time he came into that game, Doku came into that game. I think he has little or nothing to offer into that game. So we
Yeah,
saw what Mamouche did. Mamouche, well played to him. He did so well. I think he got that assist he assisted Ellen Haaland for that first goal.
yeah,
So he played so well. Mamouche is more of a direct player. He's not a wing
yeah,
player. But one thing about Doku, Doku might not really give you that much assist or goals. Doku will cause kind of an upset in that he will always distract the defenders.
yeah.
So
Sure.
distracting those defenders will give Ellen Haaland to score
With
goals
his
and
dribbles
yeah,
and
with his
all of that.
dribbles and the runs, you see him making. And he's quick on the ball. That's where he got it wrong. Anyway, he's the manager. He knows who is fit and who is going to play and who is best to play at any moment. We should have seen the likes of Foden. I don't know if Foden is out. Then the likes of Savinho, we've not really seen him play this season in the midst of the rumor of him going to Tottenham. And Manchester City blocked him going to Tottenham.
Yeah.
So a lot of wingers, but what I'm seeing Guardiola, he's trusting more on Oscar Bob. Oscar
Yeah.
Bob couldn't do that
Oscar
much.
Bob.
We didn't see him do that much. Then him bringing O'Reilly, the young guy, coming to
Yeah.
the midfield. We expected Czechis to come in. But anyway, good one for Brighton. They couldn't do
Yeah.
anything. They
It's a
couldn't come
good one
up.
for Brighton.
Yeah. Good one for Manchester United
Of
because
course.
they are hoping to be above Manchester City,
Yeah, all
because they are
Manchester
all
United
neighbors,
fan are, we are looking forward for, I won't say the downfall, but at least the banter against Man United has
Yeah.
been a lot, especially after the loss against
Against Grimsey.
Grimsby.
And
Let's see how it goes. And
yeah,
who would you say is the man of the match in today's game?
Okay, man of the match in this game. I'm not being calculative a bit. I think Yakubu
Yeah.
Minte is man of the match because you saw the press, you saw him coming back and going forward. Probably he didn't contribute in the goal or he didn't assist the goal, but he was so instrumental to that Brighton side who fought so hard to get that win. For me, Yakubu Minte is man of the match in this game.
Okay, from our comment section, some fans are saying City are looking tired. Do you agree to that?
Not really, because I think the players are just fresh. The season just started. They just most of the players had barely had meaning. You saw the likes of Kunasov,
Yeah.
who just I think this is his first game in a long
Yeah.
while.
First, who
Then the
came in
likes of John
today?
Stones. I think John Stones was injured for a while. He just came in and Rodri have not had run of game. Tijani Renders had a good preseason and he's just coming in. So I'm not saying they are tired, but the team have not clicked to what Guardiola's team used to be. Probably they're a bit sloppy. They're not that fast on the game, and they
Yeah.
couldn't do much in their
Yeah.
final play.
What will you say about Alan then? Do you think Alan looks sharp enough, or he's just being isolated in his own
No,
position?
Haaland doesn't look sharp. Haaland should have gone with 2 or 3 goals, or because he missed 2 chances. He had 2 big chances
But
he
Brighton
missed.
defense was really good today. It
Yeah, yeah,
was
yeah.
impressive.
The likes of Van Herken, Dunk, the
Yeah.
captain, did so well. Vetman, they did so well. But Man City had that chance with Ellen Haaland when he had that one-on-one, that run Mamouche gave him. But he couldn't do well. I think he has a poor touch
Yeah.
that he missed that goal. I think he has some other chances to score, to bury that game in first half, but he felt and they got punished because he couldn't do well.
I need you to be honest with me. Before the kickoff, what was your reaction about the game?
Eh,
What was your prediction,
yeah.
before the kickoff?
Well, my prediction was that Manchester
Yeah.
City are going to beat Brighton in this encounter. But when I remember they are going to Amex Stadium is not easy stadium to go. They have not lost game at home since January. They have
Yeah,
not lost any
actually.
match. And when Man City were winning them, it was a bit
Yeah,
nervous for
Brighton
Manchester
side has
City.
been
Yeah.
really good since towards the end of last season to this
Yeah.
season. They've been really good with the
Yeah.
set of players they have. But it's just it came to my surprise like Baleba has not been performing
Yeah.
so great. And this is the same player that was supposed to be a Man United player during
Yeah.
the summer transfer, but unfortunately they didn't agree to the terms and conditions.
Yeah.
But don't you think the banter would have been so much if Baleba had come to Manchester United and seeing him playing so sluggishly like what the performance the day before the substitution?
Yeah. So one thing about football and the media, football works hand in hand with media. So
Yeah.
when you're being bought with such outrageous amounts of money, if Manchester United should bought Baleba 150 quid, definitely he have to perform week in, week out. So Baleba is going to be under pressure. So if
But with his performance last season, don't you think it's worth
yeah,
150 million?
yes, no, I don't think he worth 150 million. No, that's my opinion. That's my opinion.
Okay.
Some other person might value him at 100 million pounds. But I have seen him perform just one season, and that season he wasn't exceptional all through the season. But he has some run of good games. But who knows if he would have performed if he should be a Manchester United team? I don't know. Pretty sure that football is unpredictable. I think it would have been two things: either he performs or he doesn't perform. And when he doesn't perform at that price tag, that's when you see the media talking, and that's when you see the banter coming in, and that will give him kind of bring down his emotions,
Yeah,
and
right,
his
right.
play of game in Manchester United.
Right. Anyways, that will be all for Man City game and Brighton. What do you like? What was the reaction for you with the West Ham United game?
And Nottingham Forest.
Yeah, and Nottingham Forest.
Yes, that is Premier League. Premier League is filled with surprises. Who believe that
3-0.
West Ham are going to beat Nottingham Forest at City Ground? That's a
3-0.
way 3-0, is
Wow.
is unbelievable. It's shocking.
Yeah.
I think Nottingham Forest their team have not been stable from what it used to be. You've seen there have been issues with the manager and the owner of the team, but I don't believe it was affecting the team. Probably the team couldn't play well. The likes of Wood couldn't see the chances.
Yeah.
So West Ham, kudos to them. I think they played for the manager. The manager.
Kudos to Wilson as well.
Yes,
Kudos to
Callum Wilson getting that goal. Then
Yeah.
one of the players that need to be mentioned, is Gerard Bowen. You see him, he got that most important goal, and he would have had second goal. You saw his reaction when he missed that goal. Callum
Yeah,
Wilson
of
blocked him, he
course.
couldn't get that goal. But they have been brilliant. Lucas Paqueta did so well. He took that penalty spot and kudos to them. 3 goals, 3 points to West Ham.
Well,
That's a great game for them.
yeah, that's my local team in England, anyways.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
West
see.
Ham
I
United.
see.
But I'm a little bit disappointed with Nottingham Forest side,
Yeah.
3-0 at home, and they got like 2 goals in 3 minutes, and it's really
Yeah. I
disappointing. There's a
think,
lot to do with the defensive side of
yeah.
the Nottingham Forest.
Yeah.
And hopefully, with the performance of West Ham in the last game against Chelsea, I
Yes.
wasn't expecting them to, perform so
So
well
well.
in this
Yeah. Yeah.
game,
Yeah.
with the start of Nottingham Forest, the likes
Mm-hmm.
of Woods and all of that. Right. Anyways, kudos to my West Ham United. This is Fuzi Click again. My name is Ubi Korede. I'll see you on my next video. Thank you so much.
All right, guys. This is the always on the show for you. Tell us what you think in the comment section, and we get back after the end of the game. See
Thank you.
you.
See you guys.